Stop wasting your time by applying to all these random jobs that you see online. While you patiently and optimistically wait for them to reply, your application realistically is probably the junk mail. Today, I'm going to help you maximize your chances of landing a job here in the Gulf by correcting these 3 massive mistakes that I see literally 95% of the people making. Fixing mistake number 1. Applying for jobs in the West is pretty straightforward for the most part. We have many platforms and websites that are professional and kept up to date, and because we're so used to responses and answers in a day or two, we assume that the whole world functions like that. And unfortunately, here in the Gulf, it doesn't. So we want to be efficient with our time. I'm going to introduce you to 3 main job recruiting websites that I want you to go on: bait.com, nelcreekgolf.com, and golftalent.com. So I'm going to quickly show you how to navigate through the website and also give you some bonus tips as well. So the first one we want to go to is bait.com and click on the first link. We have a section here that says all locations, and now on this you're going to have a drop down section with tons of Muslim countries. You're going to have Bahrain, you're going to have Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. For example purposes, we're going to go with Oman. If you're after a specific job, you can write it here and fill this out. If you're not and you're open to whatever it is that's on the table and you're just exploring, keep this open. I recommend keeping this open anyway because there might be jobs that are available and listed that you never knew existed, and they might just fall on your lap, inshallah. So click on find jobs, and as you can see here, 509 jobs found. So we want to go here to the left and filter it down to past 30 days, let's say. If you want to narrow it down a bit more, you can go past 7 days, you can go past 24 hours, which is 31 job listings, and that's going to be very fresh. But we're going to go with past 30 days. And as you can see here, we've got 329 jobs found with tons and tons and tons of listings. Some will say the wage structure on how much they pay. Some of them won't have it and they would want you to qualify and reach out to them before they negotiate figures with you. But there's one thing that I want you to be very mindful of when you're applying for these jobs, and that is this. So if we click on Executive Secretary and Coordinator, we have here Omani nationals, which means it is reserved for the locals. Me and you cannot get that. We're not locals. So don't apply for these jobs and waste your time. Have a look around, see which ones apply to you, see which ones you like. And applying for these jobs is pretty easy. You click on this button here, easy apply. It's going to give you your name, details, and you can upload your CV, etc. I highly recommend you picking at least 2, maybe 3 countries just to increase your chances. As you can see, there are tons of job listings in many fields. Don't be stingy and apply to just one dream job. We are playing a volume game here, and I want you to apply to a lot of them. Just get your foot in the door. Now this part is super important, so pay attention. While you're applying to each job, I want you to note down each of the company names on a separate page. So it's going to look something like this. We have a job that we're interested in, a teaching job. This is what country it's in, and this is the name of the company. We're going to go to our separate page with our notes. We're on Oman, and we're going to go to paste it. And this is one of many, inshallah. We have a section for Saudi and we have a section for Qatar as well. And I want you to rinse and repeat this whole process. A second job here, a third job in Oman, a fourth job, and then the same for Saudi, Qatar, Qatar, and build this list up. I'll soon explain why that is so crucial, but do not skip this part. Otherwise, all of this is going to be a big fat waste of time. Once you're done applying to a bunch of jobs across 2 to 3 countries, on each site, your notes page should be looking absolutely stacked. So fixing mistake number 2. Now this is where it gets interesting and where we separate ourselves from the average Joe who thinks, okay, this is enough. Surely something will fall through. I applied to tons of listings. Now it's just a waiting game. Let me ask you this. How many people do you think have applied for the same jobs on these same recruiting websites and done the basics of what you just did? Exactly. But how many of them have done it on a personal level? Bingo. Remember the notes of all the available jobs we wrote down earlier? We're going to strategically use that now to amplify results and blow all the competition out of the water. On these notes, you have the company names. And I want you now to go onto Google, type in the company names, the country they are located in, and go directly to their website. No more third parties, we're going to get up close and personal with them now. Some of these websites will literally have an apply for a job button linked on their page. So click on it and send them a personal application for the role. You can use ChatGPT to write out a template. It literally takes 2 minutes. If they don't have an application for a job on their site, they 100% have their emails listed. So we're going to use that. Again, use ChatGPT to write you out a short professional email. Do not spam them. Don't write them a 5-page essay of telling them how much of a quick learner and how motivated you are. Keep it short, professional, unique, and captivating. Literally use that for your ChatGPT prompt. And if you're an absolute savage and want to take it to a whole new level, call them. Even if there's nothing available, build a rapport with the person and tell him, hey, look, I am that guy. Leave them your email, leave them your WhatsApp, tell them when an opening comes up, which it will, make sure you hit me up. And guess who's going to be first on their list when that time comes? Now imagine doing that to tons of companies. Now fixing mistake number 3. Another powerful tool we need to utilize here is of course the obvious LinkedIn, but not how you've been using it so far. Sure, there's tons of job listings and you can apply to roles over there, but again, that's just the basics. Everyone's doing it. I'm sure you've heard the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, that couldn't be any more relevant right now. I want you to use LinkedIn as your new #1 social media platform. Connect with people, start networking and getting your name out there. The more people you leave an impression on, the more likely they are to remember you. So start making friends on there and provide them with any sort of value that you can. Because as harsh as it sounds, let's be honest, you need them, they don't need you. So embrace it and crack on. Exchange socials with them, get on their WhatsApp, join their Discords. Do you see where I'm going with this? Get your foot in the door. And we're not just restricted to LinkedIn. There's thousands of people on social media documenting their journey. And there's hundreds of groups that you can join on Facebook too. So look at this. We come onto Facebook groups and we type in Saudi expats working in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. 63,000 members. American, British, Canadians and Europeans in Saudi Arabia. Nearly 5,000 members. Are you telling me you're not going to find the right connections inside there? UAE expats in Sharjah, 801, 5k, 3.1k. Do the same thing with Qatar. Again, 31,000 members. This is how you network. But the question is, do you want to stay where you are and live the same life that you have been for the past few decades? Or are you sick of it all and want to start a new life and kick down doors by force? Now saying all that, I honestly don't even think relocating to the Gulf and relying on a job is the best move for everyone. The real opportunity to make wealth in these still developing countries is having your own business. So click this video now and watch me break down how much hidden potential and opportunities there are actually out here.